Ladies and gentlemen, here is Bobby Darin.
Beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing.
All right, woo-hoo! All my hound dogs and cool cats out there in radio land. It's the Big Bobcat Show starring yours truly, spinning all the platters that matter on KBOSS. That's KBOSS Radio, right here in the heart of Hickory Springs, the jewel of Americana, at the crossroads of Route 66 and the majestic Iron Railroad. Yes, it is indeed. And we've been sailing somewhere far beyond the sea with the Captain Bobby Darin from 1959, right here on the Hickory Happy Hour News Without the Blues from Hickory Springs, where the signs driving in, we proudly proclaim integrity, character, and common sense. Yes, we do. Words to live by. Yes, indeed. And down by the sea, well, that's exactly where we are headed, where the annual bathing suit contest was held on the golden shores by the Hickory Cove Boardwalk. Yes, it was. Up above, the rides were rocking, and the dance hop was socking. Under the boardwalk, well, that is where this year's bathing beauties strutted their stuff before the Bo-Peeps Temperance Society judges. Woo-hoo. Each year, those bikinis, well, they get a little more itsy-bitsy, and the cheeks on the blue-haired Bo-Peeps, well, they get a little more rosy-tipsy, if you know what I'm talking about, and I know you do. Why the shocked and straight-laced harem continues to judge the spare-skin extravaganza has always been a mystery to me, and this year, I do believe I have discovered an answer to that question. Persistence. Yes, it is indeed. Here's what went down. You see, while the curvy contestants were standing on the stage of the sandy shores awaiting the final verdict from our beloved prudes, there was one beach bunny who turned out to be a dude. Without warning, Texas Troy, our head townskeeper, strolled out of the candy striped changing station dressed in a tank top swimsuit that was more befitting of the Bo-Peeps era and glory days of the roaring 1920s. Yes, it was. Headed for an ocean swim on his well-deserved day off, the muscle-clad Mr. T strolled right past the Bo-Peeps as they gawked at their unexpected arrival. What a hotsie totsy, said Gertrude Grundy. He's the bee's knees, sighed her sister Greta, and I'd like to take him to the petting pantry, cooed Ruby Calhoun. Well, without warning, Rutabaga Floghorn, the head of the Bo-Peeps, exploded out of her chair and declared Texas Troy the winner. Yes, she did. Well, Mr. T gave the Bible-thumping flock the icy mitt and gruffed, I ain't got time for no girly contest. He never stopped his stride and dove into the cool blue water and swam off. Yes, he did. And having declined to accept his trophy, the Bo-Peeps have decided to take turns keeping it in their hope chest until next summer. On a side note, a petting pantry is flapper speak for a movie theater, in case you were wondering. So be sure to visit our very own movie theater, the Clip Clop Cinema, and head over to the Beehive Diner for some ice cream after the show. You will be glad that you did. Yes, indeed. Hey, let's turn our attention to the world of sports, shall we? Yes, last week The first annual intramural all-star baseball tryouts were held finally after being postponed due to a lack of participation as a result of the late night twist contest that went down last week. Well, the town turned out in fine fashion, they did. Bats swung and missed, balls were dropped, and bases were stolen. When the dealing was done, Mayor Winchester announced with incredible optimism, "We have the team to beat, and if anyone has any information on the stolen bases, to please contact Sheriff Callio." The game will be played in 2 weeks, that is, from this Saturday against the fearsome Goose Hollow Geese from up over the hill. It's gonna be a doozy, yes it will. All right, Daddy-O, let's turn our attention to today's sponsor, which is brought to us by the Master from the Fifth Dimension. Roll the tape, Jack.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. Martin Sloan, age 36. Occupation, Vice President, Ad Agency. In charge of media. This is not just a Sunday drive for Martin Sloan. He perhaps doesn't know it at the time, but it's an exodus. Somewhere up the road, he's looking for sanity. And somewhere up the road, he'll find something else. A strange intersection in a shadowland called the Twilight Zone.
Oh, yeah, my cool kittens. I just dig me some Rod Serling. A smooth talker if there ever was one. Hey, be sure to tune in this Friday for the episode titled Walking Distance with that dapper Dan of a man, Gig Young. Yes, he is. Oh, da, 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 da. Yeah, you know what that means. It's the police beat with an update on the mystery of Mr. Koshimoto's begotten buffalo, which seems to have vanished into the Twilight Zone itself. It appears that Beef Shank's butchery was the destination for the processing of said buffalo. But Beef Shank himself claims to not have any information, saying only, quote, "Don't know, sold out." Well, after our broadcast, we got a sizzling tip on our hotlines of a very large doghouse with a sign that says Bernard in the backyard of Beef Shank's humble country cottage. Well, the soulful butcher is not known to own a St. Bernard or any dog of any kind for that matter. So Sheriff Callio has been alerted to the matter and will provide us with more details as they come. So stay tuned, my future lawmen and law ladies, as this mystery comes to a conclusion. Well, what would summertime be without the kids headed off to Camp Hickawah? That's right, the town is devoid of any children, and if you thought you saw more smiling faces on the parents of Hickory Springs, well, you would be correct. Yes, you would. Ah, glorious summer camp. The great outdoors, new friends, character building, musty cabins, poison ivy, and lots of mosquitoes. Ooh, I'm getting itchy just thinking of it. Well, the gossip on the lake is Sylvia and Mickey are on the splits. Can you believe it? I hear that Mickey has been hanging out with the older counselors, which has left our young time traveler to take an interest to a new cat from New Orleans who goes by the name of Colonial Royale. We'll keep you posted as this lover's concerto composes. Yes, we will. Well, all right, all my friends. This cool cat is done with the chit-chat. Yes, I am. That's the news without the blues on this week's edition of the Hickory Happy Hour from Hickory Springs. where life just makes sense. And we always have room for just one more. Yes, indeed. Hopefully it might be you out there. I want to remind all of you to stay cool in the hot summer sun because it is smoking. Yes, it is. And we're going to close out this shindig with a novelty ballad from 1963, straight from the Bobcat request line. Whoa, they're ringing right now. It's Alan Sherman at Camp Granada with Hello Mudder and Hello Fodder. Can you dig it, baby? Yes. Until next week, this is the Big Bobcat reminding you to be boss. Stay gold on KBOSS Radio.
Hello, Mudder. Hello, Fodder. Here I am at Camp Granada. Camp is very entertaining. And they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining. I went hiking with Joe Spivey. He developed poison ivy.